Welcome back to See You in the AM. Good to have you with us on this Monday morning. Again, just want to thank everyone for sending in questions. I'm really excited tomorrow, Tuesday, as well as Thursday. We're going to be taking care of a couple of those questions, not all of them by any means. I've been trying to get back to people with answers, but again, we'll be picking one or two from the many that we've been getting. And I'll encourage people to keep sending them because we've not picked those yet. So again, send them over. And if it's not picked for an episode, of course, we will obviously do our best to get back to you and answer any questions that you have. Again, whether it is something about skill, whether it's something that we've covered here, whether it's about an objection you're receiving, anything that is needing some help, we'll do our best to answer that question and get you the help that you need. So today what we're going to be doing is a single day. A lot of things we've been doing in the past have been covering multiple days. We're going to pack everything into today regarding the topic of buying signs. Anyone in sales, it is a critical piece of things, critical piece of that puzzle, which is to recognize buying signs and know what to do with them. So we will in later segments address how to answer people, because again, what is a buying sign? It's when someone asks you a question, and there's different levels of buying signs. Again, it's a very simple definition to me, is when anyone is asking you a question about your product or service and wanting to know more about it, the functionality, etc., that's a buying sign. They're interested and they're looking to clarify what their interest is and understanding of it is. So again, we'll talk about how to speak with people in later episodes. What I want to talk about today in relation to buying signs is one of the most important things. How many of you have ever been in a sales situation? Someone's asked you a question, green lights go off in your head, flashing lights, bells, whistles, whatever, sirens, whatever analogy or image works for you. And you know that you got this person on the ropes, like they are about to say yes. But yet, all of a sudden, they disappear. What just happened? They throw you an objection, a curveball, just out of left field. What just happened? Now, many times, I'm not going to say every time, but many times, after someone has expressed interest through a buying sign, what scares them off is the way we respond. Now, I'm not talking about the words. Again, someone asks a question, are we answering it correctly? That's important. But our energies. We talked about energy last week, and this is even more important. Because again, what happens inside of us when we get asked a question, get a buying sign from someone, as we just gave some imagery. Lights go off, bells, whistles, sirens, it's all hell breaks loose. But that's the opposite of what should happen. Yes, I mean, again, a green light should go off in our head, knowing that this is an opportune moment to answer the question and seal the deal. But at the same time, we're not going to get to that point of sealing the deal if we overreact. And that's what I want to talk about. What happens when we hear that buying sign? Something you cannot prevent from happening. It's called adrenaline. People have it in all different aspects of life, but when we get that buying sign, it triggers that. So we cannot stop adrenaline from flowing, but if we learn to understand that that's what's about to happen physically and chemically within ourselves, we can learn how to control our reaction or response to it. To give you an analogy or an example of this, for anyone that is into sports and you hear people talk about how the game just slowed down, got somewhat of like a tunnel vision, again, adrenaline's going and it's in a big moment. How are they able to be so successful? It's because they're understanding this critical piece, which is when adrenaline comes, it's not that it's there, it's how are we reacting to it? Are we able to slow things down and keep it at normal speed, or do things start going faster and faster and faster? Our voice gets faster in terms of sales, gets squeakier, our heart rate is up. So again, we've got to do everything we can to control that, and the only way to control it is know that it's coming. So it's very important as you get buying signs, people asking you questions about your product or your service, that we don't get overexcited. Adrenaline's going to be there. Let's control our reaction by knowing what's going to happen to us physically, so therefore we can control the response to that. And that's really our message for today, is learning not to lose the sale that we're about to have through our response to that adrenaline flowing through our bodies, which we cannot stop. But again, the reaction, something we can control. So again, I wanted to wrap things up today with another plug for tomorrow's episode. I'm excited to answer questions. I really love that aspect of what we're doing now, which is giving people the help that they're needing, besides just a planned, scheduled message that most of our episodes are focused around. So get more of those questions to us. Really encourage you to send them over. You can either do it by messenger, instant message, whatever is easier for you, through Facebook, through LinkedIn. Email us at info@creatingclosers.com. And as I promised, whether it's something we use in an episode to respond to there or not, we will still respond to it and give you the best answers that we could possibly offer. So again, before we head out for the day, get started with our week, a week that's going to be filled with success, I want to give you a quote. It comes from Toba Beta. He's an author, an Indonesian author, but has a nice quote that's very appropriate to what we just talked about here. He says, "A man of calm is like a shady tree. People who need shelter come to it." So let's do our best to stay calm. We get those buying signs today. Stay calm, keep our heart rate in check, keep our breathing in check, our voice in check, and let's make sure that what's more important is we're getting that yes so we get the check. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the AM.